In this episode of The Excursion, I continue a two-part adventure through Okaloosa Island and Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Fishing the bay in a different way, climbing the towers of a Dinosaur Island, and feeding a few animals that aren't considered household pets. Part 1 of this excursion went quite well, going 3 for 3 in excursion challenges, and if I succeed in the upcoming Part 2 adventures we have lined up, I'll enjoy a special up-close encounter with the creatures of the Gulfarium. But if I fail, it's the crew that gets this unique experience. Let's get started. A small, charming coastal town edged with irresistible white sand shores, it's Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Located right across Brooks Bridge is the equally impressive Okaloosa Island, where I continue an exciting, reward-filled excursion. Home base is a beautiful beachside condo known as Azure by Resort Quest Vacation Rentals, fittingly named since the crystal blue water creates a picture-perfect backdrop of Paradise Found. Let's kick off this excursion just down the island at Ross Marler Park to meet Rich Hunt and his stand-up paddle boards rigged for inshore fishing. Time to begin challenge number 1. I love this area, the white sand, beautiful water.
Dave, I've lived here since 1980, and kind of why I live here actually is the water.
Fishing, we think of the boats. Fishing, we think off the pier. And now fishing, we think of stand-up paddle boards with all kinds of cool rigs.
Yeah,
it's evolved.
It adds a new twist to fishing and adds a new twist to paddle boarding as well. So, you know, it's a challenge.
May I say, this doesn't come with a guarantee that we're not going to flip over. These are sturdy, but not.
Yeah, well, I mean, I call it a wet sport. I mean, you know,
yeah.
I've fallen over. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right.
I've fished. I've had a big redfish on, probably a 25-pounder, and one of my first outings, I learned the essence of having an anchor.
Stand-up paddleboarding is a blast in its own right, but adding the new element of angling and keeping balance while doing so was an exciting and unexpected challenge within itself. I know there's so many species.
You've got trout, you got redfish, Spanish, bluefish, sheephead you can catch, there's catfish, there's ladyfish.
The water here was teeming with activity, and the fish were attacking our live shrimp bait on every cast. But catching the right fish was the challenge. There's a limit with some of these fish, as you just can't get a little redfish and keep it.
There are limits, yes. With the trout, it's got to be over 15 inches.
Well, I'm hoping to catch something. Give it to Chef Laura. She knows what to do with fish. I have no clue.
Is she going to fix it up for you? Well,
that's the word.
Really?
That's the word.
Fantastic.
So the pressure's on, right? After a few pinfish. But who's laughing now? Right? And even a little sand trout caught by Rich, I finally landed one of the 2 fish we were targeting. Bring on the reds. Oh yeah. Even though this sun-kissed redfish was maybe a half-inch short of legal keeper size, it was an absolute blast to try and reel him in the net from the paddleboard. Adios, buddy. And after a few more casts, target number 2, the speckled sea trout, decided to join the party as well. Not quite a keeper, but this is what we're looking for. Speckled trout, got our redfish. Adios, my friend. Woo! And then another speckled sea trout. Wait a second. Once again, being just a half-inch short of the keeper requirement. 14.5 inches. Unfortunate for me, but fortunate for this fish. Let him go, Rich.
You know, the trout and the redfish were that big too small. So he would have been eating both of them, but
yeah,
I like to practice catch and release, so if it's anywhere near that, it's going back.
Man, we were getting bites constantly, and I love it because you start to get in this euphoric mode. You're just watching the waves, just waiting for your bite. And wait a second, I'm standing on a paddleboard. Yeah. I got to be aware of what is happening right now.
Yes, it's a reality check.
Yeah, and then that bobber goes, and a couple times I almost forgot what I was doing. Yeah.
No doubt about that. We had fun, got some beautiful paddling in, some pretty water. Good times, no doubt.
I'm loving this. Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island. The targeted fish were caught. However, they were not quite keeper size. 18 inches. How about that, folks? That being said, not falling from the paddleboard during 2 hours of fishing garnered me enough respect from the crew to keep my excursion reward within reach. Especially if I promised to feed them a fresh snapper catch from the Gulf, so I tracked down Aramark chef Laura Rabideau from the nearby Emerald Coast Convention Center, who brought me to her outdoor kitchen so we could get this hungry crew fed. I was out right behind us on a stand-up paddleboard catching fish, but I didn't catch one that is legal. Luckily, you said there's a place right down the road that has some local snapper.
Yes, fresh off the boat this morning. And we have several beautiful fish markets up and down that serve a lot of local fish, grouper, snapper, mahi-mahi that's caught right off the Gulf. And I'm gonna show you a nice, light, fresh dish for the summer that we can do with any local fish that you catch here.
I love it. What are we doing?
A nice little oil and a blend here for us, and we'll get that heating up.
I gotta do that too, right?
Yep, and
Yeah,
then
I can't
turn it
just
down
watch
just
you.
a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle some jerk seasoning on our fish to season it up here. Just a little blend we do in-house of different herbs and spices. Go ahead and grab your fish and just throw it right on.
Okay.
Seasoning down.
Oh yeah.
And while it's going there, go ahead and season that other side.
Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah, I'm loving this
And
already.
if you like it spicy, add a little more.
I do. I like extra spicy.
Okay, well
extra
this is
jerk.
nice. So what we want to do is kind of watch our fish.
Okay.
You're going to see it getting kind of white up around the edge. That tells you it's searing properly.
It's got to be great having all this local fish here, being
It
right
is.
on the coast.
We truly have a bounty of seafood here on the Emerald Coast. It's one of the world's best fishing villages.
There's osprey right behind us.
Did you see that?
Nesting osprey, yeah.
We've had those for several years now, and we turn the lights off so they're very safe and we don't bother them. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have little babies here soon. It's
Beautiful,
awesome,
beautiful.
awesome.
I think I saw a bald eagle too.
Yep, I think you might be ready there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're starting to come loose a little bit.
So the convention center here, you all have a lot of folks come in, get to hang out, enjoy this beautiful weather. What's it like cooking for all these people?
It's wonderful. I mean, we have such a great team here at the Emerald Coast Convention Center, and we really have a team that's focused on fitting your goals and fitting your view. So even though we have a set menu that we give out to people, 90% of what we do is custom. I bet we're flipping now. Let's flip over. And
It
let's
wasn't
just
for
keep
you, I would have just forgotten about this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Got a
crust on that
pretty one.
fish right there. That's gorgeous. So while this is finishing, why don't we get our plates ready?
Okay.
I made some couscous here with a little garlic and shallots, some grilled asparagus, and a slaw that has some jicama, mango in it, but also some fresh peppers and some snap peas and just, some nice fresh summer flavors.
This is looking good, and it's looking
Fresh, summery,
healthy.
vibrant. Oh,
Yeah.
super healthy.
Yes, I
super
like
healthy,
this. All
Super
right.
healthy. I'm going to show you how I would plate this up, and then
Okay.
we'll let you give it a try.
All right, all right.
Okay. On a plate like this, it's nice to have a lot of height in the middle of the plate to just kind of make it really pretty.
The couscous, now the jicama.
Couscous, jicama mango slaw. I'm going to throw.
Beautiful.
I like a lot of the slaw because it's crunchy and fresh and summery. We'll take our piece of fish here. We're going to put that right on the side so you can see the slaw, you can see the fish. We'll just throw that on here like that. Let's take a little bit of that vinaigrette from the jicama slaw and just kind of put it around. A little extra sauce, a little extra flavor.
All right, we got to see what mine
Okay.
does.
There you go. Oh, perfect. Beautiful.
Right on top.
Yep, right on top. Perfect. Restaurant quality. You can do it right in your own home.
Local Fort Walton Beach snapper. How about that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely have a new career. Chef Laura, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Emerald Coast Convention Center. Folks, this is what you get when you come to town. After a big time on the water and chowing down on some healthy, fresh Emerald Coast snapper, it's time to give props to me and the crew. Located right across the bridge in Fort Walton Beach, we found the highly rated, highly enjoyable Props Brewery and Grill, where a little mini reward is in the works. Props is awesome, but you got a little history behind it.
We do. So two pilots decided that they wanted to open up a brew pub. They had a love of brewing, and they wanted something to do after they retired out of the Air Force. When they met me, they were looking for somebody to take care of all the restaurant end of that operation. And then we started to expand. We bought a 10,000 square foot distribution brewery. We put a tap room in there.
Okay, the Flying Coffin IPA. Tell me about that one.
So the Flying Coffin IPA is my partner Mike's recipe. recipe, and he named it after a famous airplane from World War II.
Okay.
It's got a great hoppiness and bitterness to it, but it's a very drinkable beer.
Very good. Hold on, we got to do this real quick. Cheers. Before we go too long in this interview, we got to do this. Oh yeah. I've seen the wings passing by. I've seen some other food. This has got to be the place to come.
We're known for our burgers. We have a great burger here. We have a couple of signature items like a buffalo mac and cheese. The fish tacos here are great.
This Fort Walton Beach area, what's it mean to you being here, and you know the name Props, being so close to the Air Force Base here? It's got to be special having this as.
Oh, it really is. And the Air Force has been very good to us. You know, my partners have a lot of friends in the Air Force, and they've been very supportive of us.
All right, well, I got to give you props on your success.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No pun intended.
Cheers.
Thanks for helping me and the crew out today.
My pleasure.
You're very kind.
My pleasure. It's time for the crew to get a beer now.
Yes, sir. Props.
Yep.
Belly full of fish and Props Flying Coffin IPA, the crew and I are ready for more. So we journey back across our favorite bridge to Okaloosa Island's own Wild Willie's. Ready for visitors, rain or shine, this prehistoric playground is an excursion within itself, be it for 4-year-olds or 40-year-olds. Wild Willie's Adventure Zone, Dino Island, I do see dinosaurs, I see arcade, I see this ropes course, 4D theater, I'm just getting warmed up here.
Yes, sir.
People are out at the beach. Everywhere in Florida, it's going to rain at some point.
Yes, sir. The good thing about the rain is the 4D theater is inside. There's also that big 18,000 square foot arcade that we have in there with all type of games from Space Invaders to Ninja Turtles that we just got in.
So the crew and I instantly bond with our new friend DeMarco White, teaming up as Ninja Turtles to take on the big boss. Catching the 4D Dino Adventure Theater show.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
And I even took DeMarco on in the Hoops Challenge, not knowing he was the Wild Willie's undisputed champ. Ouch.
Hey, but you got a free game.
Yeah. All right.
55 get you a free game. Most people don't get free games. If you get a free game, you're a real shooter.
He's the best. And he did not double my score. Yeah. So now it's time to go to T-Rex Island, where the crew and I will putt-putt and simply try to survive.
It's a big deal when people come. As you can hear, T-Rex is back there right now making all that good noise. So you walk by certain sensors and stuff, and the dinosaurs, the animatronics, they move, they roar, head spin, tail spin. We even have a box where a raptor comes out.
Motion censored and incredibly entertaining, the Wild Willie's prehistoric putt-putt course was turning into an all-day excursion adventure. However, the massive 4-level ropes course challenge still loomed in the background. This is for kids and adults, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I see I'm gonna be hooked in. There's no way I'm coming out.
No, sir.
15 minutes. I'm getting all geared up.
Are you scared?
Yeah. Go. I don't think I did this right. Starting to break the sweat now. Finishing up level 2.
You're at 6 minutes.
Yay! Yeah. This is the point where you don't look down. Just to give you perspective, that is what I'm looking down on, and this is what I'm walking on. Final leg. They do save the toughest for the end, for sure. Treetop challenge, final step. Bring it. Yes, Okaloosa Island. Wild Willie's Adventure Zone. Oh, I gotta go downstairs. Come on, DeMarco. Woo! Yes. I'm almost there. Here. Did it. 1405. Yes. Oh. Riding the sup, fishing in the sound, chowing and downing on a few local favorites, and even conquering the island's highest dinosaur tower. Okaloosa Island and Fort Walton Beach are proving to be an epic excursion, to say the least. So now it's time for a reward unlike any other in the show. Let's head to Okaloosa Island's legendary Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park.
We have been here since 1955, and we are so blessed. We absolutely love being right here on Okaloosa Island, right here on the Gulf, and it's really a great opportunity to teach about marine life, you know, those native species, but also some exotics as well. So there's a variety of animals here to see. There are African penguins, which are an endangered species. We have great American white pelicans. Their wingspans can get 10 feet long. We have Asian small-clawed otters, a variety of stingrays and sharks and fish, also a variety of reptiles, American alligators, spectacled caimans, and of course, we can't forget the bottlenose dolphin, the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin, which are definitely a highlight here. We're open to the public. Guests can come and enjoy the park and enjoy the marine life. We also have a nonprofit branch called the Gulf Area Care Center. CARE is an acronym. It stands for Conserve, Act, Rehabilitate, and Educate. And what we do is rehabilitate and release sea turtles. That's our primary focus right now.
Zach, this is special. I know this isn't part of the regular tour when people come see the Gulf area, but they can understand what you all are doing here.
It's a nonprofit part of our organization where we take in injured and or sick sea turtles, rehabilitate them, and then ultimately end up releasing them back into the wild.
And these are ones mainly that have come from the Gulf and all along this panhandle.
Kind of around the panhandle area, all the way kind of over to Alabama as well, which is actually where Snorkel came to us from. Snorkel here, he came to us a little over a year ago. He actually came to us in January of 2017. And as you can see, he has a little bit of a facial deformity right here, and that's actually due to a potential predator when he was younger that actually kind of took off the front of his beak and actually damaged his eyes as well, as you can see like that.
He's going to be a permanent stay here, I'm guessing.
Most likely, yeah, because along with his injury with his beak, I mentioned his eyesight's a little bit impaired.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he probably wouldn't be able to do so well out in the wild. But wherever he ends up staying, whether it be here or another facility, he's going to have a fantastic life.
Well, this is an amazing 2-episode excursion challenge reward. What am I going to be doing today?
So you are going to have the opportunity to snorkel with stingrays and sharks. So get in the water with southern stingrays, with cow-nose rays, bonnethead sharks, and also white-spotted bamboo sharks. In that habitat, there's also a variety of tropical fish.
Yeah, and I always think about stingray. I shuffle the feet when I go out there.
Yep.
But this is a very close encounter.
We know every single one of them by name. Well, you'll find when you reach out to touch them that they're very smooth, they're very soft, and they're pretty unique. They're pretty unique animals.
The Stingray Bay was an amazing experience. A fish that I once found intimidating became as friendly as the family pet. I soon found the giant southern stingrays, who were slightly shyer than their cow-nosed cousins. And after drifting through a reef of tropical inhabitants, I tracked down the nocturnal bamboo sharks, who came out to visit just for a few moments. Feeding time was equally amazing.
You're gonna hold it really, really tight on one end so it doesn't float away. You're gonna stick it halfway through the back of its mouth right there like a nice floppy tongue.
And I quickly bonded with a young cow-nose that goes by the name Cisco. And my mission to feed little Cisco was accomplished. And it turned out to be so incredibly rewarding.
Yay! Yes! Mission accomplished. So many people try to feed Cisco and it never works out, so I'm really glad that you got him. Yes, Mom. Nice.
From feeding Cisco and bonding with Snorkel the Miracle Turtle, give me 5.
Oh yeah.
It was time to head to the swamp and meet Graham and a few of his prehistoric reptilian friends for my final Emerald Coast reward. And this one got the heart pumping. You don't seem as nervous as me.
Yeah.
Tell me where we are and why.
So right now we're in Fort Gator.
Okay.
This is our adult American alligator habitat, and in here we have 6 adult American alligators, 5 females and a male. And our male Brutus is getting close to 11 feet now and 500 pounds. So.
And that's the one right behind me.
Yeah, and he's the one right behind you there.
Underwater.
Yeah, keeping tabs on us.
Okay, we'll come back to him.
One thing we try and focus on is how intelligent they are. Most people think of alligators and most reptiles as kind of just big bulky animals that prey on anything that moves.
And they're just kind of all around us.
Yeah.
Because they know something's about to happen.
They know something's about to happen, and most likely that's food for them.
Yeah, moving right towards us. And if you can see, going right over Brutus now. Now you can see the sheer size of Brutus.
Brutus!
It's amazing something that large can be so stealth.
Yeah, in this water, the water that he's in right now is only about maybe 1.5 feet deep. And he can hide very, very well in that.
Look at that.
Brutus!
Whoa.
Hey, come on. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Brutus.
Brutus. Hey.
Holy cow.
Come on. Brutus. So one thing we're working on him with is getting him to hold his mouth open instead of just opening and closing like that. Good. Here you go, Brutus. So what you want to do is hold that right over the top of his snout.
Okay.
And we'll call his name Brutus.
Brutus. Okay, hey Brutus. You know, the reality of what I'm doing sinks in every 5 seconds or so.
Yeah. Yep.
It's insane.
So yeah, and a lot of people see what we're doing, and I think we're crazy for getting in here. But again, these guys are really intelligent. They can learn targets. They learn that we're coming in here to feed them when we aren't actually food.
I wouldn't have a chance against this guy.
Yeah, they are incredibly strong animals.
And I have a red plunger against Brutus. Brutus is it, buddy. Brutus. Oh, I'm getting good at this. All right, brilliant animals. You guys do a wonderful thing here.
Thank you. We enjoy it. We love getting in here and showing people kind of a different side of alligators.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's see, I just held that. I just looked right at you there, man. Whew. All right, keeping the plunger near him. Meredith, swimming with the stingray, meeting Snorkel the turtle.
It's been a fun day. It's been a fun day.
I think I got over my fear of alligators. Excursion complete.